and welcome back. We are back with FTB Evolution, and we've just made the 8 coils for our Modern Industrialization blast furnace. So now we can set it up like so, and set the shape as Canthal, and it allows more heated resource crafting, which is pretty good. Make sure to select it so we can make quite a lot of items now. So that's upgraded, which is good. We are also making some more stainless steel ingots. So we're going to have to make some plates with the compressor, and as well as maybe some gears. We'll just set the compressor here. We have stainless steel plates yet? I don't think we do. So we'll just put that back there. So we can start making the air intake. So, yep, stainless steel motor now. So we'll need the blade, and we'll also need the rod, which we'll get from cutting machine. And, oh, we gotta make sure we get rid of the lubricant. And to make that, we can also compress it into a steel ring and a bolt, which is pretty cool actually. And the bolt is just this. Cool. So the compressing machine, that, and that's the cutting machine. There we go. And that's just regular craft. So now we can automatically make the air intake. So we've just got the crafting schedules for each of those. We're also making some basic upgrades to increase production even further. So just wait for those to finish crafting. And yeah, then we'll get the air intake. We might actually need to increase this boiler. But for now we have steam, but if this ever goes like lower than 10k or starts going down, we'll need to increase it. Also, from last episode we found out we don't actually need these cables. We can use the Mekanism cables. The ultimate universal cable, which is here. We can also use this to transport energy, which is pretty cool. So we might start using that, which is just a little bit easier. So we can upgrade these as well as keeping it all under the same voltage. It's a cool system, but I don't know why they let us use Mekanism, but that's all good. It's all good. All right, so that's crafting like crazy. Overclocked 50 times already. Maybe I can adjust this so it ignores the contents. Yeah, that's good. I think they all ignore it. Yeah. Okay, so we should be able to craft the air intake. Just trying to make the stainless steel plates, which is taking quite a while. It's gone pretty slow. There we go. So now it can craft those. Still waiting for some gold plates from the compressor. So we might need to actually make 2. Yeah, stainless steel ring, steel plate. Okay, do we have enough? Yes, we can make it. So now this can go into the vacuum freezer to create liquid air. So we can set up the crafting recipe like that. And we can encode it into the, is that the item input? Is that the fluid output? Why's the fluid output that? That's the fluid input. Got them mixed up. Okay. So, cryo, is that cryo fluid? Or liquid air? 10 buckets, okay. So it says we're missing one. It does not consume it. So perhaps we can adjust this. No. Doesn't quite work, does it? We just put that in the input, it'll start crafting. Okay. So I'm going to make another item input hatch. Oops. And that's there. We can just have that set up there so we can always add to it when we need it. Efficiency is there as well. Okay. That's making our basic upgrades now. We got 64 that completed. 16 in there. 24 in that one. And cutting machine. Wire mill. The assembler on the other one. Just like so. Okay. So now it's all finished crafting. We can make ethylene. So ethanol and sulfur dust. Ethylene. There it is. That's in the chemical reactor. We can copy that recipe. So it's sulfur and ethanol. We can make ethanol here. We have 32 buckets, which we got from the tank, the basic tank from the quest. So we can set this up here, and that is made in the chemical reactor. Just like so. So let's make ethylene, 1 bucket, just like that. So now it's crafting. I don't know how much it makes in one. It makes 500, so that needs to be working twice. Or it should work twice. And the quest is done. So we can claim that. We can also get more ethylene into our storage. So it's just sucking it up. We might actually need to check our storage system because we might be running low on spots for the fluid. So we can check here. Nope, we should be good. That's partialized though, so we've got a little bit left. We should make another fluid cell. We could make a 256K component. There it is. Okay. So that's there, that's fluid. Alrighty. So back off that. We can make polystyrene. I think that's how it is. Oh no, polyethylene, sorry. So combining ethylene with tiny lead dust, we can make polyethylene. So let's check the crafting recipe. We can either use chromium tiny dust, which I think we'll use that recipe. only because we haven't got tiny lead dust, and it takes the same amount of time and we're getting more. And that's in the chemical reactor. There we go. Let's make a bucket. And it should be a quest for just one. There it is. Then we can start making advanced upgrades, which are 8 times more effective. So after one, it could be like, yeah, hold more efficiency cards. And then we can get digital circuits and then a turbo machine hull. And I think once we start getting the turbo machine hull, we'll upgrade our energy storage or energy solution, and we'll alternate it to Mekanism, the ultimate cables. We will still keep the steam turbines, so we'll not take it out of the system, or the flux networks, we'll keep it in these storage units. So we'll use high voltage, we'll make some high voltage storage units for that as well. So now we're getting liquid air, got quite a lot of it, and we can turn that into oxygen, nitrogen, and argon in the centrifuge. So we should actually make that. Centrifuge is here. We can get one of these cables on top. Oops. There we go. So I think underneath it is just our extraction cable. Okay, so let's make some. I wonder what the main ingredient is that we need. Let's see. So for this polyethylene, this one, it's all these different circuits, which is pretty cool. Just thinking. Liquid air makes those three. What does argon make? The RAM. And oxygen makes the annealed copper hot ingot, and the nitrogen makes industrial TNT. So we'll need each one. But I think, yeah, we'll keep the recipe there and just know that it's making more oxygen. So if we wanted it, we had to search oxygen up. Okay. Let's store those. That's weird. Oxygen uses a different crafting recipe. We might need to change it to argon then, because it might have been conflicting. So let's change it to argon, because I'm pretty sure we don't have another recipe for argon. If we make 10 buckets, we'll need a lot more missing air, so let's just make 1 bucket for now. Very good. And that is working. Perfect. So how's the polyethylene? It's going pretty good actually. So we'll change that to polyethylene. We'll change this to polyethylene, and we'll make sure we get the quest reward. Thank you very much. And import it into our system. And let's try and make some of these advanced cards. So in order to make it, we'll need the large pump and the electronics circuit board, which we don't have a recipe for. We do just now. So this one is in the assembler, which is right here. And these two are just normal crafting recipes, which we can have in this slot here. Start using the stuff at the bottom. Maybe organize it just a little bit. Very good. So the digital circuit board is also now crafting. Let's make 8 of those. So that's just working away. We make advanced machine hull. We'll need it to make the turbo machine hull. Yeah, turbo machine casing, which is for the turbo machine, which is for the high voltage turbine. Pretty good. Alright, let's just wait for those to finish crafting. Alright, so that has finished. We got our advanced machine upgrades. We also got some extra ones, so we can add that to the chemical reactor because we know we're going to be able to use that more. And we also put it in the centrifuge because the centrifuge takes a while for it to get its tidings. So the digital circuit board is within our grasp. Just need to make the recipes for this stuff. So that's in the wire cutter or the wire mill. While this was being made, I did do some research, and it turns out this mechanic, the overclocking mechanic, would be easier if I did batch crafting. So overclocking, obviously I'm doing batch crafting with this, which is why I make it in bulk. But for things like the compressor, if I get copper, right, and I put 1 stack in, it's that speed, but the this pattern provider can only provide it at a certain speed, so it starts to get really slow. So it might just be easier to get like hoppers or item chests, anything to pump items faster into these blocks, or even making more of these electric compressors. I do like the automatic export. That's handy. Yeah, maybe just making more machines or moving this to a bigger factory where I can make these bulk items that specialize overclocking like this. So it's speeding up. Yeah, so we're going to need a lot of stainless steel. Oops. So we can start making about, let's say, 412. We need hydrogen. So yeah, it's working way faster now. It's not even overclocked half of the way it can be. How do we get hydrogen? It's not something that we can craft. It's a byproduct. So yeah, now that's working really fast. Actually going way too fast. That's actually going really fast. That's good. Then if we get tin, can we immediately swap it? No, we can't. We're gonna have to wait for the overclock to die down. See? Which is a little annoying. See, that's pumping out insanely fast. Unless tin ingots can't be. So can we get steel? It's a bit too late for it. Yeah, it's going to wait for the efficiency to clock all the way down before it starts crafting new items. So maybe we can get export. An export bus here. Set this up there. Export that in. And just really crank it to like 100%. So what kind of ingots do we need? Steel. Steel plates. And how do we get that? Let's make 1,000. Probably don't need iron plates anymore. It's making that pretty slow. Let's check our mechanism out. All right, so we've just upgraded all these machines to the max. So if we were to request steel, let's say 1,000, it's gonna work incredibly. Okay, we're running out of power. Yeah, we just made 1,000 already. Like it's freaking insane, dude. All right. So now with these steel ingots, we can pump them in to here. Start getting that. We can also increase it with our pouch. I don't know why we put it in our inventory like that. We can also increase it so it's overclocking as much as it can. And if I've done the math, 16 times 8 is more. So if we put this instead, yeah, that's way better. So the overclocking, oh, we can only get so much power going to it. Oh, damn. Maybe we'll need an ultimate energy cube. Which one's running out? This one? How's that? Yeah, we might make Mekanism the go-to already. So let's get rid of that copper. Get rid of that as well. That can be like a buffer. Go. Whoops. That looks important. Oh, this is my favorite thing to do. Hold on. It's my cable mode. Where is it? I don't have a personal shrinking device. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Alright. This is my cable mode. And back out of it. We'll put that there. Not too shabby. Yeah, we've just run out of power. Okay. So wait, how fast is that going? Holy shit. How much steel do we have? Yeah, so we're running low on steel, but you get the idea. Stop that going for now. So place that back. Yeah, so we'll need high voltage soon. And also get a storage cube there. So we'll start getting higher tier steam. That's a medium voltage, sorry. We can make another one. So let's get that going. We need a bit more storage units. We don't actually need a storage unit once we get energy cubes. So that's working as much as it can. It's the high voltage one. We haven't got we're just missing a couple of resources for it. We are making tin wires, so maybe we should start. Oops. We could actually keep that there, and then every now and then, if we wanted a whole bunch of resources, we can go and say, hey, look, tin cable, no, tin wire, sorry. We're gonna make that. But if we get a crafting card, and then the tin wire goes. Oh no, we want the tin wire, so we need a tin plate. 10 of those. All right, so the tin plate goes in. Okay. Also need tin, so it's requesting it. What if I were to place that there? Get Fluix, get another export bus. Put a crafting card in there and get that, and then put tin ingots with a crafting card, so it makes, well, tin. Which tin do we have? Okay. That's making tin plates, and that's going to make tin wires. It makes as much as it needs to. Okay, that can go in the centrifuge. You can put this stuff away. Alright, so how does our steam, low voltage steam turbine, oops. I hate auto step. Sometimes it just really doesn't agree. So now it's all pumping. Now we can make the medium voltage steam turbine. The other one going. There we go. Alrighty. Steam is being produced and power is achieved. Alrighty. Let's make this digital circuit board now. Just make one for the quest, and what's it waiting on? Aluminium wires. Oh, yeah, right. Because that's being crafted. Good news is that is pumping out tin plates like no tomorrow. What other plates do we need? Probably bronze, actually. So wait for that to finish. Okay, now it's got stainless steel. How do I... Easiest way to cancel the overclock is getting rid of the upgrades, I think. Then we're putting that back in. That's got a lot of tin wires to make, so let's speed that bad boy up. Okay, then we'll cut the connection. We'll start making bronze. Okay, I don't actually mind that idea. How do we make bronze? Okay, I think it might be with the alloy smelter. Right? No matter. We're making the digital circuit board now, so that's handy. That is done. Now, digital circuit. What are we missing for that? We need a resistor. So we can autocraft those. OR gate. And an AND gate. Do we need capacitors as well? Not too sure. Okay, let's get started on this. So that comes first. That comes second. That comes third. Yep, there's the diodes. We need to make all this as well. Make it in the furnace. Do we have a furnace up here? Yup. Okay, so we'll set that up on the top. Advanced extended pattern provider. Okay. It's power. So those are just normal crafting. And put them in our system so I don't double up. Get rid of that one, and diodes. Now it is just resistors, not gates, and the AND gates. Yep. Not too hard. Alright, I gotta say, these item pipes are really good. 24 items per tick. So I set up this machine because we were running out of aluminium, raw aluminium that is, and the only thing to get it is, well, this. So, wait, hang on. There's more ways to get it. Previous rarity. Okay, so it's just easier to find in this area. Okay. I was gonna say, I was like, oh my god, I could have done it anywhere. No. So this is collecting all kinds of ores for us, and it's right underneath our modern place. That's cool. Alright, let's just have that copper. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm thinking I'm gonna end the video here. We're getting more steam, so these are working pretty good. We're getting more power between every single thing, so that's even better. I'm gonna end it here. I don't know if our circuit's completed. No, because we were waiting on something. So the the digital circuit, we can make 10, but we need obsidian dust, and to get obsidian dust, we can have that there. We need to crush. Oh, it's just a crusher? Oh, easy. Easy peasy lemon. Alright, so here's our advanced crusher. The thing I did with the other mod is I got Mekanism tier upgrades, and I went from this for the latex producing unit and made it an ultimate. Also going to upgrade the speed. So speed and energy. Gonna upgrade both of them to the limit. Well, the limit take 5 because 1 E is quite a lot. So now we can make obsidian. That's good. Let's make our digital circuit. We can make 10. Yep, so I think modern industrialization favors bulk item production, at least if you're using cables like I am. Otherwise, you'd want to be passively using as much as you can. I like it this way because I can just make bulk if I see fit. It automatically exports it, and we do use the ME terminal more than anything. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.